So, you guys, hope everybody's doing fine. Everybody is doing great. As you could notice from the emails I've sent you, this webinar is going to be some SEO tips, to say like that, to increase your traffic. But before beginning and before telling you a lot of stuff and hope not to bore you, can you please tell me what would your expectations be from this webinar? I know this is not a very fair situation where I'm the only one who's unmuted and you can only type, but I'm pretty sure we can talk in live demos and so on afterwards. So you guys, if you could be so nice just to write me on the chat your expectations from this webinar, if you have any. If not, I can ask you at the end of the webinar, hey, what were your expectations? But I think it's better now at the beginning, because probably I can switch my my plan, and I can actually tell you the things that you need to hear out. So Andy wants money. Okay, great. I have a good news and a bad news for you, Andy. Okay, 7 tips for home services. Okay, things that improve generally. The net linking strategy, Marine wants to improve. Yeah, the meaning of life, Julian. Yes, I would like to know that as well. When I have an answer for that, I'm surely going to write it down. Pushing ranking results. And okay, so hopefully your expectations will be fulfilled, as I think that the things that I've prepared you for today are related to what I've seen that you've written here. And let me just read a couple of more just to be sure. For instance, Roberto tells us that he's working a lot on SEO. That's cool. And he wants to understand why does his strategy still doesn't give results, even if his website is the best, or he is a winner in terms of links and so on. Because I imagine happens to you guys a lot, to have all your competitors with crappy sites, crappy links and everything, but they're still ranking better. I think we're gonna do a webinar especially for that only. Okay, so as for Andy, saying, he said he wants money. So my question would be here, for instance, who would want $1 million? I think everybody who would want million of visitors daily, who want tons of traffic, more money, and so on. Yeah, I imagine everybody wants that. Most likely, this was one of the reasons you started signing up for cognitiveSEO, right? When you've entered to our website, okay, the first thing you've seen here are these SEO tools to increase your traffic, and increase your traffic now, right? So basically, now you're probably asking, how do I do that? And this is why we're having this this webinar now. Hopefully, we're all gonna solve it out. So I prepared for you eight ranking tips. Hopefully, it will help you out. 8 ranking and traffic tips. That can be done with the use of cognitiveSEO. So I'm not going to show you basically just with a few exceptions. I'm going to show you stuff that you can do by using the tool you're already using now, cognitiveSEO. Therefore, to start, for instance, the technique number 1 would be the broken links technique, and how to take advantage of the broken links. And let me show you how to do this. For instance, here, I'm in my own account. I'm having this campaign, the cool gifts, okay? And you see I'm having some competitors added here as well. So let's say that I want to take advantage of this technique. What do? I go to the site explorer. I'm gonna put this guy, crazybox.com. Okay, I'm gonna add these guys here. Okay, and what do I do here? I go to the broken pages. So I would say, okay, why is it helpful for me to know the broken pages of my competitors? Well, it is. So let's assume that I'm this guy, the cool housewarming gift something, and this Box guy is one of my competitors. So why is it helpful? Because all of this, okay, are broken pages, and all of this are links to these broken pages. This means that all of this would be like really cool links and referring domains opportunities for me. And what would be the next step? If I click here, I'll get all the referring domains and all the links, right, that are going to this guy's page, which is most likely broken. So what I would do, I would actually contact this webmasters. I know there are a lot, but of course you have to do a bit of research, and you have to see exactly what type of links are similar to your business. What would you like? You can when you export them here, you can even sort them, I don't know, by authority and so on. So basically, what you need to do is to make a bit of research, and after that, contact the webmasters of the referring domains for the links which you're interested in, and you can get those links. Because if someone, for instance, would write me and you say, hey, Cornelia, on cognitiveSEO blog, on your latest article, you have a link that is going to a broken page. Wouldn't you like to change that page with my own, for instance? And I would most likely say yes, if that's a quality page, of course, because it basically gives you something, right? He was nice to tell me about that broken link and the broken page, and of course, if it's worth the case, I'm gonna add his own link. I know it might take some time, this technique, and you could do a bit of research, but the results, I think, they're actually cool, because you have a lot of opportunities, and you can get like highly qualified links that are from your area, right, from your competitors and so on. So yeah, this was the technique number 1, the broken link techniques, or if you want, you can give it another fancy name, but this is what it's about. And you can go here by Site Explorer, broken pages, and click on your competitors' link domains and so on. Of course, it is very useful to check this for your own website and fix everything up there. Okay, for the second technique, I'm going to go to the keyword tool and content assistant, our new lead tool, because the next technique is called the synonym ranking technique. So what does it mean? Let me just give you an example. So for instance, let's say I'm interested in SEO expert, right? So what does it happen when I'm going to search for SEO expert? Google understands that, for instance, SEO consultant, it's synonym with this one. So if I'm going to another one, let's say, SEO specialist, I also get a list of rankings that is different with this one. And of course, because most likely this website promoted their pages different, and they optimized their pages for different keywords. But why is this an unexploited technique? Because let's say that if this guy, right, Upwork.com, I think is the only one who's ranking for SEO expert, and let's see if we find him here. Yes, here it is. He's ranking for SEO specialist as well. So for all the other guys here and also here, they're kind of missing a lot of opportunities, because if they would optimize their web pages for synonyms of the words, of the keywords they're targeting, things would be a bit different, and they might have better ranks and for different keywords. Of course, it all depends on the niche you are, and it all depends on the keywords you're targeting, but I think that in almost all the niches, all the industries, you can find some synonyms. So I don't know, let's go for these guys, Upwork, and I'm going to the keyword tool, And let's see for SEO expert. Let's try with this one. And this was the pages, I'm guessing, these guys for targeting. Okay, real nice. So what can I do within the keyword tool? I can find ideas and synonyms directly here within the keyword explorer. But most important, I can go to the content assistant and start optimizing my web page for that keyword as well. I mean, not only for the main, for the keyword I'm targeting, but for its synonym as well. So in our case, I know, let's see a page for them with a bit more content. And let's imagine we do this, right? You probably use it a lot. Let's see, imagine that this would be the title. I'm just checking the score I'm having here. And as you can see in the keywords I should use, in the suggested keywords, I'm already having SEO consultant, right? As an alternative, as a suggestion. So it's very, very, it's a very nice technique. It's not a big of a deal, but it's quite important and might help you more than you would imagine. So the technique number 2 was the synonym ranking technique. Then again, no fancy names here. I'm pretty sure you can find it a name if you want. Hopefully you will write this down. If not, I'm going to send you the recording afterwards. But as I promised at the beginning, I'm going to show you only some tips and tricks that you can use and you can do by using the cognitiveSEO SEO tool. Okay, I'm going to the number 3, the long tail keywords technique. Since we're here again, so let's go a bit back to the keyword tool and find another word. So I'm guessing that you all of you guys want to rank for so many keywords. I've talked with one of the users a couple of days ago. I don't know if he's online or not, and he inspired me to give you a nice example because let's say that I'm targeting corporate videos, right? So if I'm targeting this, as you can see, the competition is quite big. They're having some YouTube videos. I'm having some big gamers here. So if I'm a very small company that creates corporate videos, it would be a bit difficult for me to target this keyword and to rank for it. So what can I do? We go to our dearest friend. Where is it? Sorry, here. And we just type corporate video, and we wait for the suggestions. Because, for instance, if I put corporate video, I'm having all these results. If I'm putting corporate video Canada, for instance, I'm having all results. If I'm putting corporate video Canada Toronto, for instance, then again, more narrow and so on. So the truth is that nowadays people actually type and look for long tail keywords. Okay, so let's see what do we have here. Some long tail keyword suggestions. Here I'm having a number of words, so I can filter by this, and I can get some ideas what other keywords I could target, because corporate video, then again, is a very big one. So if I'm not a big agency, a big something, it would be very difficult for me to target this keyword. So one idea would be to put the city. I'm doing this. I don't know if I'm doing it in Toronto, in Vienna, in Paris. I don't know, whatever you do the business. Or you can also go here to the Keyword Explorer and get a lot of ideas. I know, corporate video template, corporate video maker in, probably this is a program, production Albany, saying the name of the city of the country, Hollywood video corporate address, family video corporate, and so on. So can get a lot of ideas directly from here. See, again, the cities, Vancouver, Richmond, and so on. And a lot of it. Of course, you would have to go through all of it, but the easiest way would be to filter after the number of words you're interested and after volume. And don't get the idea that if it has a lot of long tail keywords, you won't have volume, because that's actually not true. Of course, has maybe their keywords with lower volume, yeah, but then again, don't get tricked by that. I think you should use it anyways if it has a decent volume of search, of course. Yeah, so this was número tres, the long tail keyword thing. I know probably some of you might think, okay, this is still a thing in 2017. This was so old. I think the truth is that more likely in these days, long tail keywords work better than they used to be. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, for instance, we all have on our phones and everything like that, we have smart devices and we have voice search and we have all that. So if I'm talking with my phone, I'm not saying just pizza house Paris, right? I'm going to say, take me to the nearest pizza place in Paris. Or I'm going to say, what is the best pepperoni pizza in town, and stuff like that. So I think that these days we have the tendency to search more and more for long tail keywords rather than short term. So I think you should totally go for it. Okay, number 4 now. I promised you to steal your attention for about 45 minutes. So this is why I'm trying to talk about all of them in this time. So number 4 here is to diversify your link profile. Okay, so how to do that? We're gonna go here again, and we're gonna go to your favorite tab in the whole world, I know, with the inbound link analysis. And why is it your favorite tab? I'm guessing because it have all these charts that are not all of the time the easiest to read, but for sure they're giving you a lot of insights and info. So here on the inbound link analysis, as I said at the beginning, I've added my own site, and I've also added 3 of my main competitors. How can I get inspired? Where should I start doing link building? How should I diversify my my link building profile? This is the question. So I'm going down, because you probably know, and I'm seeing this chart here with the web page category. I don't know if you've ever took a look at it. I don't know if you've just said, okay, it's just another chart in thousands and thousands of charts. But this is a really good place to start, because if I'm looking at my own links category, okay, I have links in the recreation area, tech area, business, home, garden, careers, and so on. Because what I'm actually doing, I'm selling gifts, right? I'm a business that sells gifts, cool housewarming gifts. But if I'm looking at my competitors, I may see where do they have links, in what category, where from. And even more, I can actually access those links. Right? I can click on them and I'll get full access to them. So I was here, right? So maybe look, they gave me like 2 other ideas. I don't know if they were there, like in hobbies, travel, and fashion. Okay, so maybe these are some good ideas for me. Or even better, I can go to the competitive link analysis, and what am I going to see is the same chart, but with all my competitors in a side-by-side. I can see exactly all the categories that I'm targeting, they're targeting, if I can get some ideas from there or not, and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going web page category, here it goes, see? So I'm the one with red, the small guy here. And here are all categories my competitors are targeting. For instance, I not have the auto version, and I'm not targeting art, games, sports, food. So this could all be ideas of niches I could go, niches I could target, I could try implement, I could go linking and so on. because it's very hard, and I'm pretty sure that you all guys had that when you started your business, or maybe when you start taking care of a business, and you're like, okay, I need to do some links, I need to build some links, but where should I start from? I mean, this whole hugemonas of internet, where should you start? Where should you put your finger on? And here there are actually some pretty cool places to start, like the web page category, just to get an idea. And there, it's useful from 2 points of view. The first of all, yeah, the first, which we just discussed, related to links. And the second, it could actually improve your product. Because if I'm not selling gifts, I don't know, related to games and art and food, I might start selling them from now on. So I might improve my product actually, just by taking a look here at the web page category. So I hope you've noted it down. So number 4 here is diversify your links by using exactly this chart here. Of course, you can take a peek at other charts. Nothing can stop you to do that. But today we just talked about this one. Okay, so hope you're still with me, guys. If you're still with me, can you please write me something? Just for me to know I'm not talking by myself. Still here? Still here? Yay, great. Happy to hear that. Yes, thank you very much. Great, Marim. Thank you. Okay, so nice. It's really nice to see that you find this interesting, because it's very weird, as saying at the beginning, it's not really a fair discussion with me being the only one who have the microphone on and you guys being muted, so it's a bit weird. But let's go on. Okay, so we got 4 more to go. Bear with me. It's gonna be fun until the end, I promise. So number 5, it's a bit more conceptual to say like that, but not really. So it's a technique that you might have heard before, is the skyscraper technique. So the skyscraper technique is a very interesting name to say something really simple, actually. It's a technique when your purpose would be to create the best content that exists out there on a specific topic. So we go here to the content visibility section. Let's go to these guys, the Prezi box. And what do we see here? We see which are the pages, okay, that are the pages that are performing best, and on which type of social networks. Okay, so as I'm looking at my competitors, I might see that I don't know, they're having some great pages here. More of them are shared on Pinterest and Facebook, okay, which is great, but maybe not enough for them, because their ranks are not that good as you might think. So I'm looking at my website as well. So I'm targeting Pinterest, because usually when you see cool gifts, ideas, and so on, it's all Pinterest pages. So I'm gonna take a look at my most shared pages, and I'm going to see that I'm not doing that quite well. A few Google shares, some Pinterest, okay, not that much. So how can I take advantage of this technique of the skyscraper, of the content technique, and how can I do to actually have a page that is ranking awesome and great and super good? So what I would do if I were these guys, I would try to create an article for something that doesn't actually exist. So for instance, if I'm looking for best Halloween, I don't know, corporate gift ideas. I was saying that I was I'm into long tail. Okay, so as I'm looking here, I'm having all this. I'm seeing some Pinterest here. Let's see what these guys are offering, or these guys. So as I'm looking at their content, for instance, this is the content, right? The Halloween corporate gift ideas. And basically this is all. This is all the content they have. And it's not bad, it's great that they're doing this. But the idea is that most likely in the top 10 here, I'm not seeing, okay, this is just a product page, but I don't know if in these pages there is a web page that would have like an actual content, like an actual, like in this style, like a big blog post with, I don't know, the best Halloween corporate gift ideas, but I don't know, 100 gift ideas, and put it for men, for women, for children, for I don't know, your coworkers, for your boss, for everything like this. So there isn't this type of content created. At least it is not one that would rank in the first page of Google, and we all know where is the best place to bury a dead body, on the second page of Google. But the thing is that I'm pretty sure that these guys from the second page and the third page, that doesn't mean they don't have quality content. It doesn't mean that they didn't do enough. It doesn't mean that, I don't know, they're horrible websites and that all. No, it doesn't mean that. What they could do instead is try to create that kind of content that Google will love, because Google usually likes a lot big content lists, things that would actually help your users. And they usually rank pages with bigger content, with larger number of words than others. So with good start, it's a bit of research here and a bit of this. Using the content tool, also the content optimization, to see the keyword suggestion for this, and try to create a skyscraper content. I mean, the best content that could exist on this specific theme, the Halloween corporate gift ideas, but to create like an actually really, really cool blog post or something, or a page on the website or anything. I mean, just to be, even if you're not ranking for other keywords at the beginning, you will afterwards, because if Google sees that you have a very nice page that is ranking really high, it will bring the others up as well. So even if you can invest some time, you have the content optimization tool that may help you out. I think it's totally worth it. We did this with our own website, with the Google Analytics guide, and it was really, really helpful. Google Webmaster Tools guide, sorry. And it was actually really helpful. Although it was a lot of work invested in it and so on, it's like a guide actually people go. And the cool part is that after 4 years, I think, it keeps on being shared and keeps on being updated, and people still go to it as a resource. So this is what you have to do. A piece of content that is a resource in your industry. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna close all of this. So if you don't know, the skyscraper technique is an idea from Brian Jean, who's a really cool guy, has also a blog. And if you want to learn more about it, just Brian Jean, skyscraper, and for sure you're gonna find a lot of things here. How did he do it, and so on. So it's you don't have to do just a mashup of the existing thing on the internet, but you have to have all included out there. Okay, let's go to the next technique, which is related again with a keyword tool, and it's called Optimize Your Landing Pages. If you allow me a little joke here, do you know why a marketing couple didn't get married after all? The answer is that they were not on the same landing page. So optimizing your landing page is a highly important thing. I know you already know that, but what I want to tell you is that you also have the means to do this. So let's go within the rank tracking first, and let's see for what keyword can we start optimizing. So let's see, the first keyword here is affordable housewarming gifts. Okay, let's go for this one. So how is it? Affordable housewarming gifts. Oh, here it is. Okay. So let's start with this one. And what I want to see is how this page looks like. If you see after on the rank tracking, you probably notice that you have all of the keywords that are tracked here, but just under them you have the exact URL that is ranking for this keyword. So this is the website, okay, that is ranking for that, and it's ranking on position 15, I think. Yeah, so position 15. So it's definitely some room for improvements here. So I go to the keyword tool, I add this, I then again get some ideas of some keywords I could use, but I'll pass through the ranking analysis, I'll look at the content performance of my competitors, I'll look at their the keywords they used, and so on. But I'm gonna go straight to the content assistant. So I know usually here you can actually put the title and paste the content or start creating the content. I'm just gonna copy paste everything like this, which I don't recommend you. Okay, this is just for the exemplification. And I have good news for all of you guys that have been waiting a lot. For the import URL function, it will be available soon, and also the saving will be available. So just bear with me a couple more weeks and they will be online. Okay, so what I see here for the page here that is ranking for this keyword on position 15 actually has only 30 of a content performance, and it's not using a lot of keywords it should. Holiday gifts, gift basket, bottle opener, just some ideas. Okay, here are the keywords I'm already using. No keyword stuffing, which is great. This I think I could use a bit more often, but this one I could try include them here, and most likely my ranks will improve. Another thing, when you're doing landing page optimization, just make sure, any page optimization, just make sure to avoid cannibalization. If you're having more pages that you want to rank for the same keyword, like in our case here, affordable housewarming gifts, okay, make sure they don't cannibalize each other, meaning they don't eat each other. It's good to have you as your own competition, but in this case, most likely from an SEO point of view, no. So please make sure when you optimize pages and content, see exactly the keywords you're ranking with, right? Try not to make them your pages sabotage each other. Okay. Okay. So this was with the optimized content. Hopefully I didn't forget anything here. Hopefully. Okay. So now I want to show you. I want to tell you about two other techniques, two other tips that are not 100% directly connected to cognitive SEO, but they somehow are, in the sense that they're products created by cognitive SEO. And one of it, you might already know it. It's brandmentions.com. Okay, it's for free. You can make a free account for it. I'm going to show you two tools from us. They're for free, so you can use it anytime, anywhere. So I'm not upselling you this. I'm just telling you some tips that could be really useful for you guys. So my next tip would be to engage with people that mentioned you, because you probably heard a lot these days, and Google said it as well, that he's trying not to make links count that much. So if he's trying not to make links that count that much, what else does it remain? It would still need other signals, right, to rank the websites. And it is said that one of these signals could be actually mentions or implied links. They're having also a patent in this way, so they're surely working or something like that. So we've created this tool. It's brandmentions.com. It does what it says. It finds real fresh mentions for a lot of languages, a lot of countries, and you can check for mentions for the last week, last 24 hours, last month, and so on. So I'm gonna look for these guys again, prezibox.com. So here I'm gonna look just for the brand name, the Prezibox, to see what I will get. So the tool, it will give me some Twitter mentions, as you can see here, and it will also give me some web mentions, and they're quite different indeed from a lot of points of view. They're all important, that for sure. Some of them are more important than others. This is why you can sort them by all sort of stuff. You will see here that for each mention you have like a performance score, see 26, 51, 0, 17, and so on. This is given by the domain authority and so on, other metrics. Also, you have the number of shares. And on the right side, you have the Twitter mentions, which again, we can sort them by date, performance, number of retweets, and so on. So why is it like really, really nice and good to engage with people that mention it? First of all, because it is a very good thing to do. It's a very nice thing to do. You learn more about your business. You learn more about the things you could improve, not improve. You can manage your mentions. I mean, if you're having like issues with reputation management, if you're, for instance, a hotel, something like that, and you're having a lot of bad reviews, if you mention your brand, then you'll see here all of that, okay? And you can react on the spot, you can contact people and so on. And second, because even if you're having mentions, which are really cool, for the moment as we talk, links are still important. So basically, if you can check out these mentions, right? Because if you click here, this will open. And see, I'm having a link. And if you're not having links on your own anchor text, you can contact these people, the people that wrote about you, and maybe they will actually add them a link, because you see here is just the word highlighted, but there is no link. So if it's the case, you can contact them and ask them to, hey, that was really awesome, contact me. Really awesome to mention me, please add a link if you consider that that's okay and it would help the user. If not, simply contact the people, let them know what you think, try to do a bit of reputation management and stuff like that. And you can do that with any brand for any market, be it big or slow. Here on this chart, if you're wondering, is like an evolution of my mentions, okay, in which I had what mentions and so on. Saying you can go to brandmentions.com, you can create an account there and check them out. Of course, if you're having other tools that you use for that, you can do it as well. Google Analytics is another free one that you could, Google Alerts, sorry, it's another free tool. Unfortunately, Google Alerts doesn't report fresh mentions, and sometimes it gives you outdated content. And this is why we wanted to create something that, first of all, we would use for our on purpose and share it with the people, of course. So whatever what tool you would use, brand mentions, Google Alerts, or whatever manual work, whatever you would do, the tip is engage with the people that mentioned you, engage with the people that talked about you. Yeah, and try to understand your business better, try to understand your users better, and maybe get some links as well, which would be awesome. And number 8, it's again related to this, is to show social proof. So what does actually mean to show social proof is to have sharing buttons on your website. Sharing on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, and so on. It has been a big debate here on whether you should have that buttons or not. For instance, if we go to search engine land, let's go. Search engine land, it's a website from the industry and gives you article from digital marketing and so on. So if we click on an article, okay, you can see here that for the moment you're having, okay, these sharing buttons, but you're not having, you're not exactly having the numbers of it. And it would be a good thing, a bad thing, that's debatable, I know, but researchers shows that the more tweets, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so on, a website has, it's more likely to be shared by others as well. Because if I'm seeing here it has no tweets, most likely I won't tweet it either, because I will think in my lizard brain that, okay, this is not something that's worth it, even if I think it's great and awesome. This thing with the social proof is very important for me, and I say, okay, if nobody tweeted, why should I do it? And even if you choose to have to disclose the dates or not, there is an issue that has been up for 2 years now, yeah, I think, and this is the fact that Twitter doesn't share anymore their tweets, the number of tweets, right? So for instance, I've seen even, yeah, I think today I found this Canva, I know, and as I went to this page, you see here it has some Google Plus, Facebook, and so on, but the tweets are missing, and most likely are missing not because it doesn't have any, but because Twitter doesn't show this kind of info. But if you go on other sites, like our own blog, for instance, you're going to see the number of tweets. See the number of tweets, last tweeted, and so on. So there was we did no sorcery. We don't have an agreement with Twitter to give us special deals and so on, no. But what we did was to create a plugin, a tool, named tweetcount.com. This one. Then again, it's totally free. You can add it on your website if you want. If you have other solutions for this, feel free to use them. I mean, we don't charge into this tool or anything. We just created it for our own blog or for our own website, because we thought that is very important for people to see the number of tweets and so on. Supports social plugins, as you can see here. With a bit of coding, you can solve things up, and you can add it on your own website. And how people is going to see things are just like this, right? The latest tweets. I personally believe that social proof is very important. Saying when you're saying something with a lot of tweets, a lot of sharing, you'll be more likely inclined to share things at your turn as well. So this is why I would recommend, if you think as well that shareability is an important thing, add the buttons on your website, and don't because otherwise I would see only 0 here on Twitter and wouldn't be accurate. You can find a solution like tweet count, or if you find any other solution out there, feel free to use it. So you guys, these were the 8 tips. I'm gonna fastly go through all of this. First, the broken link, the synonym thing, the long tail, how to diversify your link profile, the skyscraper technique, okay, with the great content, optimization of the landing pages, monitoring your mentions and engaging with the people that mentioned you, and the keeping track of the social proof. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. But before this is not over yet, just a couple of minutes, if you still have patience, it would be really great if you guys tell me, one, if you found this useful or not, and second, what other subjects, topics would you like to learn more about? Maybe, I don't know, we will make another webinar on it, maybe we'll write a blog post on it, but it will be really awesome if you have any ideas, and I'm sure you do have a lot. just to write them down here on the chat, and just simply let me know, hey, dear Cornelia, please, I didn't like this at all, but I would really, really love to learn how, I don't know, how to do a disavow or how to do other stuff. So yeah, please feel free to write down here. Okay, thank you, Christoph. Just for you to know, I'm still seeing you online, guys, so you can write down. Okay, Andy, bye. I really like it, and I really like. I'm really glad you love my jokes, Kate. I don't remember them. I'm gonna have to see the recording just for them to remember and to make sure they weren't too cheesy. Really glad it was informative, Dennis. Really, really nice. Okay, your son, maybe a victory dance. Yeah, I'm gonna do that afterwards. And thanks, Christoph. Thank you for Bogdan as well, Marine. Okay, Marine has an issue here. An issue that I think I've seen before. From what I understand, you over-optimize the web page. Is that what, if I understood that correctly? Because you over-optimize the web page. I think you can fix that on the content optimization tool as well. I mean, you'll probably get the keyword stuffing or so on. So simply try to redo it, get rid of all the optimization and submit it to Fetch as Google as soon as possible. It won't be the Fetch as Google tool will be a bit changed, as Google said today, but we're gonna see about that. Okay, over optimizate. Okay, over optimizing. So yeah, that would be, I'm gonna note this down. Over optimizing. Okay, on the natural links as well. Okay. Okay. Many people saying stuff related to links and to natural links. So I'm gonna try again and think of a good theme for the next time. Okay, hi Omer, hi everybody. Google Analytics. Okay, Google Analytics. I can show you some tricks on that as well, because as you already noticed, you can also add Google Analytics on cognitiveSEO. So I will have here all the data, so I can show you some tricks on that as well. Sure. Okay. Then, does it make sense to redo all blog post optimization? Yes, Michael, it totally does. I would recommend that. You can even, if you want, you can even put a note on the blog post, update it on, or you cannot. Just make sure that the content is up to date. I mean, it still makes sense in 2017. I mean, if you're having an article for 2010, I don't know, could be some things change. So update it, optimize it as well as possible. If you want, you can optimize all of your blog posts if you have the time and energy to do that. And yeah, that would be awesome. I'm pretty sure that you'll see some increases. Okay. Both voice search and mobile assistance. Yeah, I've even written an article about voice search. You can check it out on our blog. Okay, so you guys, thank you very much for your attention. It was really nice talking to you. Even if I talk just by myself, you are awesome people just for writing me down and by letting me know that you're still here with me and you listen. I really, really like it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found some useful things and some great tips that will help you. We'll probably talk in the next 2 weeks or so. I think that one webinar every 2 weeks, I think it's would be very useful. If you don't find that very useful every 2 weeks, just let me know and I will stop. But as I'm seeing a lot of attendees, of course, I'm going to keep on going as long as I see this. And if you have any other questions at any time, don't forget, guys, that we are 1 mail away, and you can contact us anytime on any issue or so. Have a great autumn. I think autumn carries more gold in its pocket than all the other seasons altogether. So I hope that this autumn will carry more SEO traffic to your website than all the other seasons altogether. Have a great evening or morning or day, and talk to you next time. Bye.